Last century, or in the 20th century, Stalin had Trotsky murdered. Trotsky still held tremendous ideological support within the party. He was, after all, a party founder. To get off the hook for the killing, all Stalin had to do was call Trotsky a fascist. This worked largely because a broader dog and pony conspiratorial narrative had already been circulated throughout most of the Politburo and party. Once these show trial narratives had been released out into the party, Stalin's accusation easily held traction. There was, of course, a real historical element that was rightly called fascist in Nazi Germany and Italy, but with Stalin's definition, fascist ceased to be an objective political descriptor and became an arbitrary cultic label for people who were going to get excluded, expelled from the party, and liquidated. Stalin's claim shifts the focus from an objective definition, and therefore from what a fascist is, to suit his own political ends. But in order for the party to acquiesce a crime committed against the party favorite, both sides had to no less cave to their politico-centric definition. Fascist was no longer defined as the political party opposition that was its totalitarian cousin located in Nazi Germany. Rather, anyone outside the party or anyone inside that went against the desires of the party was fascist. That is, it was now a propaganda category. Any Menshevik, nationalist, kulak, even a loyalist party comrade who was no longer looked upon favorably could be looked at as a fascist. This is because the term was uprooted from its objective meaning to apply cultically to anyone who was a party enemy. The term became elastic, and under Stalin, the meaning could float from its actual meaning and be tethered to anyone the party sought to liquidate. In the American political theater, the odds are you won't be liquidated. Well, you might be. But more so will you be marginalized on social media using these same tactics. The right wing is currently fracturing into a million little bits using these very tactics. Similarly, this is what's happening to the term anti-Semite. That anti-Semite is being abused by one side does not thereby mean that anti-Semite isn't yet a historically valid accusation and category against individuals who despise Jews merely for being Jewish. The same goes for the term conspiracy theory. Just because conspiracy theories have and likely will continue to be proven true does not mean that conspiracy theory, that is, a means of explaining an event, is secretly carried out by malevolent and all-powerful secret conspirators operating levers from behind the scenes is not yet a valid category. Show trial podcasts make ill-conceived claims. Making ill-conceived claims have become everyday occurrences, allowing tacit approval of anti-Semitism to become normalized. And that's exactly what happens when these terms get to be used arbitrarily to one's own political ends or aims. Reasoning along these lines allows these terms to float from their objective, rational underpinnings to your own subjective reasoning and allows you to engage with provably faux and false righteousness, engaging in cultic, demonic patterns of thought, creating sectarian groupthink, and I would expect no less from a narcissist who has trouble living in reality, is seeking domination, power, and control, all of which comes quite naturally and instinctually to any narcissist, psychopath, and demagogue. This is not Christian think, it's group think and cult think. So, if, by all means, it would be nice if you would just connect back to reality and use these terms with the historical intent that they were originally fostered in, instead of allowing them to be co-opted and subjected to the abuse of your own narcissistic mind and to your own weird groupthink.